see the conflict that he's going through.
My wife, third straight year, WrestleMania.
WWE Maniacs. Welcome to Night Before Wrestle, the place where wrestling never sleeps. Subscribe, ring that bell, and let's get into today's action. Montez Ford and Bianca the EST Belmont were considered one of the most admired partnerships in modern wrestling. Both brought unique strengths to the ring. Montez with his speed and explosive energy, Bianca with unmatched athletic power and confidence that inspired audiences around the world. Together, their chemistry elevated them from talented individuals to a beloved team, admired not just for their athletic ability, but for their kindness, professionalism, and the genuine support they showed one another. Their journey represented everything fans love about wrestling: hard work, passion, and mutual respect. A storyline that got out of hand. As their popularity skyrocketed, they became central figures in a long-running storyline against a faction known as the Corporate Elite, led by the cunning Vincent Sterling and his powerhouse partner Bradley Knox. While the antagonists were fictional, the narrative leaned heavily into themes that mirrored classic corporate corruption tropes. The story was meant to represent the age-old struggle between talent and authority, with Montez and Bianca standing for authenticity, resilience, and heart. Over time, however, the storyline became increasingly complex and physically demanding, creating concerns behind the scenes. Warning signs behind the curtain. In the weeks leading up to the pivotal match, several performers, including Montez and Bianca, voiced concerns about certain stunts being planned. These moments were designed to look dramatic and risky on screen, but even experienced athletes could tell when something wasn't quite right. The schedule was tight, rehearsals were rushed, and multiple attempts at perfecting a key moment of the match resulted in misalignment and awkward landings. Montez, known for being responsible and safety-minded, expressed that the timing felt inconsistent and needed reworking. Trainers agreed that the segment needed adjustments, but it was kept as originally planned due to the belief that it would create a memorable moment. The night everything changed. The evening of the big event carried a celebratory energy. This was meant to be the peak of a storyline that fans had been following for months. The match started strong, with Montez and Bianca performing smoothly and the crowd responding with pure excitement. However, when the moment came for Montez to execute the elevated leap that had caused concern, something didn't align as expected. His landing was off, and while it wasn't a graphic or catastrophic incident, it was serious enough to halt the match and call for immediate medical evaluation. The audience gradually realized that this wasn't part of the performance, and the arena shifted into a quiet, respectful concern as staff ensured Montez received proper care. The emotional toll on Bianca. Bianca's reaction made it clear how deep her love and dedication ran. Performers are trained to remain in character, but this was real life. She stayed at Montez's side from the moment he was helped away from the ring, offering reassurance and support. The incident left her shaken, not because of the spectacle, but because her partner, teammate, and husband had been hurt doing something he had openly worried about. Her emotion reminded fans that behind all the lights and drama are human beings with real relationships and real feelings. The support she received from fans, colleagues, and staff was overwhelming, but the emotional weight of the night stayed with her. A difficult recovery. Montez's recovery process required patience, rest, and a focus on long-term well-being. While fortunate to avoid life-threatening harm, the injury meant that he had to step away from the ring indefinitely. For someone whose entire life had revolved around performance and athletic expression, this was a difficult adjustment. Bianca balanced supporting him with navigating her own healing process. The life they had planned, training together, performing side by side, building their careers in tandem, was suddenly uncertain. Still, their bond became even stronger as they learned to lean on each other in new ways, discovering strength and unity that transcended the ring. Navigating a complex industry. The situation prompted important conversations within the wrestling community about performer well-being, communication, and safety practices. Wrestling is a unique blend of physicality and storytelling, and everyone involved understands that there are inherent risks. Yet the incident highlighted the importance of listening to performers and prioritizing safety when planning high-intensity moments. Several colleagues spoke up, sharing their own experiences with stunts that felt rushed or under-rehearsed. The goal was not to blame, but to advocate for improvements. Those discussions began to influence backstage protocols, encouraging a more collaborative approach between creative planning and performer safety. The strength of whistleblowers. In the aftermath, a few staff members stepped forward to clarify what had happened during the planning stages. Their willingness to speak honestly helped reinforce the importance of transparent communication. They shared rehearsal notes, concerns raised by trainers, and timelines that helped paint a clearer picture of how the match had been structured. This wasn't about pointing fingers. It was about understanding how a preventable moment slipped through the cracks, and how the system could be adjusted to ensure similar oversights didn't happen again. Their honesty became the backbone of meaningful improvements. Bianca's fight for change. Rather than dwell in frustration or resentment, Bianca chose a path of leadership. She used her platform to advocate for better communication between performers and creative teams, pushing for more rehearsal time for complex match elements and encouraging others to speak up when something felt unsafe. Her message resonated deeply with fans and peers alike. She emphasized that wrestling should remain thrilling and energetic without sacrificing the well-being of the performers who bring the stories to life. Her advocacy helped spark conversations across the industry about better safety protocols, mental health support, and empowering wrestlers to have a stronger voice in match planning. A new chapter for Montez and Bianca. As Montez continued his recovery, he explored new ways to stay connected to the industry he loved, from mentoring younger performers to contributing ideas behind the scenes. Though he wasn't able to wrestle at his former level, his wisdom and experience became invaluable to the next generation. Bianca, meanwhile, gradually returned to performing, carrying with her newfound purpose and emotional depth that fans immediately felt. Her connection with the audience became stronger than ever. The couple's story transformed from a tale of heartbreak into a testament to perseverance, love, and the spirit of overcoming adversity. The bigger picture for wrestling. This fictional tragedy sheds light on real-world issues that the wrestling community continues to work on. Communication, safety planning, and respecting performers as people, not just characters. Wrestling has evolved tremendously over the years, and stories like Montez and Bianca's serve as reminders of how important it is to keep improving. The industry thrives when wrestlers feel safe, heard, and supported. Audiences don't just cheer for the characters, they cheer for the people behind them. And when the people are cared for, the storytelling only becomes richer and more meaningful. Continuing the journey. Bianca and Montez's fictional story resonates because it reflects universal truths about love, resilience, and standing up for what's right. Their journey reminds us that even when dreams shift and challenges emerge, strength can be found in unity, honesty, and courage. Their experience ultimately sparked change, inspired others to speak up, and started conversations that continue to shape the wrestling world for the better. The next chapter, just like in wrestling, remains full of possibility. And their legacy serves as a reminder that even in the face of hardship, hope and progress are always within reach.